Hello, welcome back to Restored by Polish. I'm Krista. I don't have my partner again. I'm still without her. Sadly, I think the day after I was videoing my last couple of videos, Jacqueline's father-in-law passed away, so her husband's father passed away. So they are in the thick of it. My heart goes out to them. I've been trying to help as much as I can to help out like with the pets and just whatever else she needs, running errands, things like that. But yeah, they are really getting hit hard. Not only that, so not only did her father pass away and her father-in-law pass away, her son and her daughter-in-law had to move out of their house because they found black mold, and her daughter-in-law, and this is the daughter-in-law that actually is her like mini-me that helps with all of the Restored by Polish formulations and packaging. But her daughter-in-law was really sensitive to the mold, and she'd been sick for quite some time. So it's actually sort of a blessing, I guess, that they figured out finally what was making her so sick. But unfortunately, they were told to move out immediately. So they've been dealing with that, and then now having the passing of her father-in-law. So there's definitely a lot on her plate right now, and I'm actually amazed that she's even still pulling PPU together and doing that, because I'm not really sure how she's still standing on 2 feet, quite honestly, because it's a lot on her family for sure. So I'm not sure how many more videos I'm gonna have to do on my own, so you'll just have to get used to me by myself. I've been trying to come up with some ideas that I can do without Jacqueline around. So I'm gonna have a couple more hauls, but in this video, I wanna really look at some comparisons, because I feel like I have quite a few that, you know, are really, really close, if not dead on dupes. And some of them are mainstreams. Actually, the ones in this video will all be mainstreams. But I just thought it would be a good idea to take a close look at those. If you guys want to determine which polishes that you want to purchase, I definitely have my favorites in this bunch over here that I will probably gravitate towards. Maybe I'll de-stash some, I don't know. We'll have to take a look. So let's get the camera turned around and you guys can decide with me. Okay, so the first two that I want to look at are these two from LA Colors. Actually, we're gonna look at a couple of maybe like 4 polishes from LA Colors. So the first one is the one I think I promised everybody that I would talk about, the one polish I forgot in a couple of videos ago where I got the epic sale. This was the last one that I forgot to talk about that I got for $1. And it's this really pretty, they're just creams that I got for summer. This one is called Swift, and it's from the Quick Color line. The supposed to be fast drying, although I really didn't notice that much of a difference between this one and the regular one. And then the other one, I believe I got this one at the dollar store, because I think the ones that have the sticker on it like that is the ones that come from Dollar Tree, and it's from the Color Craze line, and it's called Absolute. So I don't know, I mean, in person to me they look very, 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 very close. Maybe just a slight difference, but we're gonna look at it on the nails. I have already swatched all of these, and so I'm just gonna put them out on the nail wheel here so that you guys can see that. So the first one that we looked at was this one called Swift. I guess I'll stick it right here. Whoops, look at me, things are flying around everywhere. So this one is Swift, and then Absolute is this one right here. So what do you guys think? Are they dead on dupes, or is there a little bit of difference? I personally think that Swift is maybe just a tiny bit pinker, like maybe like a half a shade lighter than Swift, or not Swift, but Absolute. So this one is Swift and this one is Absolute. So I feel like there's just a very slight difference. So I guess if I had to pick one, I would probably go with the quick dry one with Swift, this one, just because I tend to like that little bit lighter, brighter, little bit brighter pink, although they're both, I mean, look at them. They're hot pinks for summer, neon pinks, about as bright pink as you can get. So All right, so that's the first one. Let's, in fact, you know what? Let me move these over and then I will show you guys the other pinks that I got. Okay, so again, we're gonna be doing 2 LA colors. So this one is from the Color Last line. It is called Family Ties. This is super pretty, but more of a berry pink, whereas the other ones were more of a kind of fuchsia-y pink. These are more, a little bit more berry, I think. And the one that I think looks just like it is also from the dollar store, 511. It's the Color Craze line, and this one is called Electra. Electra. So these two, I felt like they were in the same color family, but I feel like they're a couple, maybe one whole shade different from each other. So let's take a quick peek on the nail wheel. So this one here is the first one, which is Family Ties. So that's Family Ties. And then this one is Absolute, or Electra, sorry, excuse me, Electra. I can't remember what I'm talking about here. So can you see how it's just a little bit darker? But it didn't really look like that in the bottle, that it was going to be that much darker, but it's definitely a lot darker. So now I can look at all 4 of these, right, all together, so I can decide which shade. If I had to get rid of any of these, I would probably keep these 2, and then I would get rid of these 2. I just like the brighter shades of it a little bit better than the other ones. I mean, let's be real. Am I really gonna get rid of them? I don't know. Not anytime in the near future, I guess, but this is, at least gives me a jumping off point of where I can start doing some comparing and deciding which ones that I'm going to actually keep in my collection. From all 4 of them, I think I'd have to say that Family Ties is my absolute favorite. I just like the purpler tone. Although, honestly, I think that this kind of tone looks better on me. My eyes want to go to that one. And by the way, if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my fingers, if it's a little distracting, I absolutely love this combination. So this is my all-time absolute favorite OPI. If I had to pick one OPI that's the only one I could ever have for the rest of my life, this would be the one. And this is Suzy Chase's Portuguese. And I love it. I wear it multiple times a year in multiple seasons. I mean, I just love it. It's just basically white with like a drop of pink in it, and it's just the perfect shade. I use it instead of white. And then on top of it, I have the beautiful fancy gloss Ethiopian Opal. And I actually am loving this because of the brightness underneath it. I was really worried. Remember how worried I was? If you watched the other video, maybe I'll link that up here, with that gold and how that might pull on my skin tone. But you know what? Putting Suzy Chase's Portuguese underneath it made all the difference. I couldn't stop staring at my nails. I'm loving it. I'm probably going to be wearing this a few times this year. I might even need to get a backup bottle. I have a backup bottle of Suzy Chase's Portuguese, but I don't have a bottle of Ethiopian Opal. All right, the next 2 that we're going to look at for comparisons. The first one is going to be OPI. It's an OPI that is Getting Naughty on My Honeymoon, which is basically this just really pretty baby pink. If you want to see that compared to Suzy Chase's Portuguese, which I have on my nails, you can see the difference there, right? This one has just 3 more drops, I think, of pink in there versus this one. So that's the difference there. But look at I'm Getting Naughty on My Honeymoon compared to another dollar store purchase. So this is from Dollar Tree. It's called Delicate. And I'm trying to find a spot in the bottle where they're both, there you go. They're very close, but you can tell this one has a little bit different color tone of pink. Let's look at it on the nails here. So Getting Naughty on My Honeymoon looks like this, and then Delicate looks like this, and you can tell, right? This one, I think it was the one that shocked me the most, that they were that different. I didn't think they were going to be that different. So let me be really truthfully, be brutally honest here. I actually like the dollar store one, the LA Color one, better than this. They both had absolutely fantastic formulas, so I can't complain in that regard. I'm not going to say that like the OPI was so much better just because it was OPI. This one, they both had good formulas. Now I will say the tiny bottle, tiny cap is a little bit harder to work with, but the color I think is just so much better for me. This one looks like it's a little bit more beige leaning than delicate. So I think honestly, if I had to choose between the two, I would keep the LA Colors. Although in this case, I'm probably going to keep them both because I will use them for different things. So that is my comparison there of these pretty pinks that I found in my collection. Do you have any of these? What are your thoughts? Would you keep different ones? Would you keep all of them? I'd love to know. Any other comparisons out there that I need to make? Do you have ones in your collection that might actually be really close to these as well? I feel like LA Colors does this a lot. I feel like they just have that color pink in every single one of their lines, whether it's the quick dry, the color craze, the color last, they have them in every, in every single line that they have. So, and maybe in their defense, they aren't exact dupes, but they definitely are really close. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.